Ooh, number 8. Don't keep telling the same painful story. Don't keep stirring your pot. If somebody or something happened that was horrible, don't keep telling the story to re-traumatize yourself, because the brain does not know that this thing is not happening right now. It just keeps firing off its neurons and sweating and anxiety and all those things keep popping up, and you stay in a stuck place. You stay in a sad place. You stay in a hurt space, and you don't get to move forward. You don't get to move on, as some people like to say. So, when something bad happens, tell the story and confide in who you need to confide in, but at some point make a conscious decision, like, I'm not going to tell that story anymore. There's a story that is a part of kind of why the Body Project started, or why I felt I needed to do something different in my life. And most of 2010 I told this story, and I'm a good storyteller, so it was epic and hard and disgusting, and everybody who heard it was like, yes, right? And at some point I made a decision not to tell the story. And even now there's some people who may not see me in a while and be like, girl, remember when? And I literally stop them and say, I'm not telling that story anymore. That's not the story I'm telling. Like, that happened. It was horrible. I wish nothing but love and light and transformation, and I'm not telling the story anymore. Because again, all these things I'm talking about is about making new choices. So stop telling the story, right? Put it away somewhere, and maybe when you're not as emotionally attached to it and you want to bring the story out as a testimony or to connect with somebody who might be having a tough time, and you can tell the story without getting all upset, maybe save the story for that. But at some point, stop telling the story, right? You just stop re-traumatizing yourself. Number 9, take personal responsibility. One of my friends hates that, but take responsibility for your life. Nobody's going to come along and save you, right? Those days of somebody scooping us up and changing our diapers and giving us a bottle are long gone. And so anything you want in your life, you're going to have to set up the situation for it to happen. I'm not saying there are other people not going to come into your life and offer you opportunities to help you along your way, but first you must take the responsibility of the life that you want. If you have a sucky life, change it. Do something different. Be radical. Be your own author. Do it a different way, because nobody else is going to go, you know what? I think Michelle's having a cruddy life. Let me go over and save her. Nope. They're not. Take responsibility for what you want in your life. If you want to be stop being unhappy, investigate how that happens. Maybe you need to be in therapy. Maybe you need to be on meds. Maybe you need to go to church. Maybe you need to pray. Maybe you need to run. Maybe you need to change your diet. I don't know what the answer is for you, but first it's about collecting all the data you have about who you are and take responsibility. Number 10, give it a year. Give it 1 year. All the things above, all the 9 steps above, do it for a year. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, your life will change. It absolutely will. You're not going to be the same anyway if you didn't do anything, but I believe, I trust me when I tell you there's going to be radical change at the end of it. I know that a lot of my video diary, people can see the physical change in me, the breast reduction, the weight loss, the skin is clearing up, I'm smiling more. But so many other things have happened. So many other things have happened internally and spiritually and emotionally that I don't think a camera can pick up. And so the work I've been doing has been a daily walk. It has been daily. It's been days when I feel so unhappy, like I still don't have what I want, or the times when I want to look back at the old story and like, wah, but I remind myself, like, I'm going to do one thing today. I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to practice forgiveness. I'm going to open my hands. I'm going to do something toward my goal. And the day usually works out okay, right? And, and if the universe and God blesses me, I open my eyes to try to do it again the next day. So give it a year. Give it 1 year of your life. If you live to see the whole 2012 play itself out, you're going to be there anyway, so you might as well be the author of how you wanted it to play itself out. So give it a year. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, you will see change, right? If you are present in your life, if you're doing your work, if you're taking responsibility, if you're being as accountable to yourself and being as honest with yourself as you can be, you will see the change. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm not an expert in any of this except my own life. But I've heard enough stories this week when people came to visit me and call me and just talk about their own concerns in their life, but I felt compelled to share these 10 steps of radical transformation. So, and trust me, I'm telling you, my life has been radically transformed. In many ways, it looks the same, but I am not. I am free. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I promise I'm going to answer these weight loss questions before the weekend is out. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Talk to you later.